Percentage error is a way for us to see how far our exact value is compared to the approximated value. So sometimes you will be given someone who is trying to estimate a distance, and then the person finding out the exact distance. So we want to know how far off he is. And it's much easier to understand how far you are from your exact value using percentages. So if I tell you I'm 30% off, I'm 50% off, I'm 70% off, it makes more sense than just telling you I'm 0.08% off. So this is how we do, this is where we use percentage error. The main thing is to know what each letter represents. Be careful that you're dividing by the exact value, and in here you're subtracting by the exact value. But actually the numerator doesn't matter which order you do it. The reason is we have these absolute values. So what you're going to do is you're going to subtract, you're going to divide by the exact value, and then if you're getting a negative number, as soon as you give it the absolute value, it's going to end up being a positive number. So let's say you end up with negative 0.4, okay? So the fraction ends up being negative 0.4. Because of the absolute value, it's going to end up with, you're going to end up with 0.4. So that's it. If it was already a positive number, it doesn't matter, nothing's going to change. So all the absolute value does is just make sure that it's a positive number. So we have 0.4 times 100. So this will be 40%. Okay, so the idea is you don't want to have negative 40. So what the absolute value does is just eliminate that confusion. So a couple of examples. So if I have the fraction 22/7, we do use it to approximate pi. So the first question asks you how many decimal places does it approximate it. So you can lay out 22/7, so type it in your calculator, see all the numbers, and type out pi and see all the numbers. And you're going to notice that they will only match up to 2 decimal places. Okay, so 22, so for part A. So we're only matching up until 2 decimal places. So it's only until 2 decimal places. An alternative method is to just go 22/7 minus pi, or pi minus 22/7, and you'll notice that it's going to give you 0.001264 and so on. So it means that they matched up until 2 decimal places. So for part B, we want the percentage error. So what I want you to do is to identify the exact value and the approximate value. So the exact value is pi, the approximate value is 22/7. And this is something you're going to do with every single percentage error question. Identify your exact, identify your approximate, and be careful not to confuse them both. So using the formula, I'm going to take my approximate minus the exact divided by the exact, take the absolute value times 100. Do not round in between here. If you round at any point here, you're going to lose accuracy. The whole point of this is to test the original accuracy, and if you round even further, you're just going to ruin the whole thing. So so taking this, we are going to get 0.000402, let's say. Just use the exact thing the calculator gives you, and then absolute value will not do anything to this one because it's already positive, and multiply by 100, that's going to give me 0.04%. So no need for too many decimal places, and that's it. That's how far the approximation is. And because it's so small, you can tell that it's actually a good approximation of pi, which is why it's a common one to use.